Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out there.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Oh, this hard goddamn work being this good.
One more again, see what I take on your front set, I swear.
You ain't my daddy, are you?
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
What time is it? Game time.
Okay, welcome again to the Don't Be Blasé podcast. We're coming to you live from the House of Pain, otherwise known as Snap Fitness, the Adelaide CBD. I'm your host, Speed Caruana, joined as always by my man, Steve Burrows.
Hello there, Speed.
Welcome back, Steve.
Thank you.
We missed you last week.
Yeah, I actually missed being part of it, but I had other things I had to attend to.
Like what?
Little girl starts school this week.
Ooh, Sophia Mania.
Sophia Mania is running wild. So I took the week off, took most of this week off.
Yeah.
Just, it's pretty sad, man, watching her grow up, Like, it's happy, but it's sad, So, that's where it was.
We'll dive into that a bit more, but before we get into that, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Larry and Lad. Go see the boys in Region Arcade, get yourself an awesome coffee, listen to pretty sweet tunes, but for now, on with the show. You see, it's exciting. I've seen a lot of the kids, the friends with kids now, and they're all getting to that age of their, first day of school, first day of preschool, stuff like that. And it does look, it does look like it would be fairly emotional.
It is. Actually, I actually held it together pretty well this week. Last year, watching her go to kindy, that was something different.
Yeah.
Because, it was an extra. The school thing, she's been ready for school for so long.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it was great. It was awesome. I got to hang out a lot last week. It was a stinking hot weather last week, so we didn't get to do a lot outside and shit like that. But it was just cool hanging out, and now she's there. Now she's a schoolgirl.
Now, how did Sam take this?
He was cool. Like, because he also hung out with us last week. He took the week off childcare, so the three of us, his mum works still throughout the week, so it was just three of us. It was killer, man. It was just a good time. Now he's now he gets some mum time on Thursday and Fridays now because she works part time. So yeah, it's very exciting times in our household, man.
Because I know I've got another friend of the show, the Luca family. They have young Zoe Mania. And she's going to school now.
Excellent.
And his little boy, Sam.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Another little
cool
Sam.
Name.
Yeah, good name, good choice.
Yep.
He apparently, the first day of school, like, Dad was okay. Mum was, dealing with it. And apparently just little Sam was just like, where's Zoe? Like, is she coming home? Like, let's go pick her up, And like, so, because he's at that stage now, like, he misses her. It's just like, I remember what that was like. Apparently, like, my brother's first day of school, my mum's got photos. Like, I was like, no, I'm going to school too. So mum, like, all right, let me dress up. I had a little, like, my brother had his uniform on, his backpack on.
Yeah.
I had my little, my little thermos of water or whatever it is. And then they took all these photos, got all emotional, drove to school, then realised school started the next day.
Excellent.
So my mum's got all these photos of my brother's first day of school. Turns out they were
on a Sunday or something?
Yeah. It was one of those when the school started Tuesday and the Monday was off, but yeah. It was all ready to go, but we had the good documentation. That's all we need.
That's it.
And I just love the favourite thing about the first day of school, the wide brim hat. Just a real crispy, big wide brim hat. You know it's going to get lost within 3 weeks. But now it's exciting. But Steve.
Yes.
The one thing that you missed last week and has had a lot of, it's been going off. It's your favourite segment and mine. We're going to get into a bit of Steve's Lawn Chat.
Here it is, Turf Freaks. The moment you've been waiting for. It's time for Steve's Lawn Chat.
Now, Steve.
Yes.
2 things before we get started. One, favourite thing about that Steve's Lawn Chat audio is that it's on my iTunes account. So I do this thing every now and then when I work out.
What do you mean?
So I had to obviously download it. It's now on a file on my Apple Music.
Yep.
So I was doing my workout the other day and I just couldn't be bothered picking a song. So I just hit songs random, like all the songs on my Apple Music, everything that I've downloaded, whatever. Play it all back. I'm just about to do a 230 deadlift, and that started.
Brilliant.
They're listening to Turf Freaks. I'm like, you're getting psyched, you're ready to lift and something. I had to undo the strap, so I had to take a minute because I was laughing too much. I'm like, nah, my abs won't hold on this one.
That's some of Jay's finest work.
It is.
I got to tell you, actually, I enjoyed last week's episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you were the one.
Yeah, I was the one. I was the one with the thumbs up, and I felt Jay was very complimentary of me.
Yes.
I was thinking we should maybe we should break off and do our own show, the Blah J show.
The Blah J. Don't be Blah J. Just writes itself.
Exactly. So yeah, actually I quite enjoyed the show. So well done. Didn't enjoy any of the wrestling bit, so that was about 38 minutes of it. But the other 3.5 minutes were solid.
Yeah. All the compliments thrown towards you.
Exactly.
That's right. But the Steve's launch it. Not only is it great intro music.
Oh yeah.
But Steve, the man, the myth, the legend, Rocco has sent me the photos, and I posted them.
Oh, no shit, yeah.
And they've been getting a lot of love online. How are you feeling about all the love? Now, Steve, Rocco's lawn has now just become not just something that we talk about. It's not just a myth. It's become, true. And even as our man Nick said, he goes, it's better than he could even imagined. How is this making you feel with your crabgrass?
Well, the best thing about it is that the angle he took the photo, you don't see my lawn across the road.
Yeah.
So I was thankful.
I'm surprised he didn't just get a little bit of a low angle across the street, see that.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. He wouldn't do that to me. So look, I mean, it's not the first time that it's not like I've been shamed out or nothing because I've put him on a pedestal myself.
Yep.
There's no doubt. See, before Rocco came along, he did, he was one of the last ones on the street, but before he laid that lawn down, there was a couple other guys down the streets who had some nice lawn.
Yeah.
So the thing is, his lawn has put everyone to shame. So it's just not me, man. It's everyone on our street.
So you don't mind being the MJ to his LeBron?
Oh, dude, he's going. And let me tell you, Rocco is MJ all day, every day.
Yeah.
He is. Just give you a heads up. And he's
he's competitive and punching other people for their lawn, or
no, he is an MJ guy. So just give you a heads up. So don't get on the Rocco train too early. There,
yeah, I don't know. I'm turning on you, Rocco.
But dude, it's amazing. I'll tell you a funny story. It was a long weekend just gone, and I think he might have gone away for the weekend. You know, took the kids up to the river or something like that. I swear to God, this is a true story, or at least what I could see it was. He rolled up 3 or 4 days later into his driveway. Yeah. He got out of his car. I think the car was still running. Yeah. By the way, I think he got out of the car. It was still running. Roll the door up. Yeah. He disappears. Yeah. 12 seconds later, rolls out with that cylindrical lawnmower. You saw a photo of it, guys. Yeah. That's what I'm dealing with, by the way. That's what I have to compete with. So that's obviously why he's kicking my ass.
So he hasn't even gotten the wife, kids out of the car. Nothing.
No, they're still in there.
Hasn't even got a front yard. Hasn't even gone to the toilet.
And he's mowing the front lawn.
That's dedication, mate.
That's why it looks the way it does. No one else on our street, I think, would do that. It's a responsibility. You can't just. This is the thing, man. Once you lay that lawn and you've maintained it for probably 6 months now, it's solid. And it's been that good. It's been good as day one as it is now. It's a responsibility, man. He can't even let that shit go now.
Well, that's an old saying, with great lawn comes great responsibility.
And he should have that shit tatted on his arm because this guy, even if he wanted to let it go, he can't.
No, that's his personality.
That's his thing, man.
Is he getting? Do you know? Does he get the shtick from his friends as well? Is it just your little street of lawn people?
Dude, I think it's like this lawn movement is amazing, and I think you got your
so hashtag lawn movement there.
Hashtag lawn porn, lawn god, as someone called Rocco the other day. Hashtag lawn god. I think and I think it's dividing people. Yeah, you're either all on board with the lawn. Yeah. Or you're off and you're all
living in an apartment with me.
Exactly, and I'll tell you, I think I've seen previous posts where dudes, because Rocco's a lot younger than I am, and I think he's got friends who would probably give him shtick, for maintaining such a nice lawn. He's one of those guys.
No, the thing is, it hits an age bracket, and I think we've found our market. With the over 30s male crowd, we got a strong demo of lawn guys. I've never seen the response, and like I said, I get people coming up to the gym going, "Hey, that looks like some good lawn," and on the same token, I've had a couple of people go, Steve ran over his lawn, Michael. So you've been somewhat of a punchline in the House of Pain recently, Steve.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. Well, it wasn't hilarious at that time, but I still haven't got myself a petrol mower yet.
No. So what are you doing? Are you out there with the scissors, or have you asked Rocco? Excuse me, hat in hand, knocking on the door. Excuse me, sir. Can I please borrow? Can I borrow your?
He wouldn't give me that lawnmower. He wouldn't want my boys messing with his boys. No. Man. No. So I actually did the other day, knowing that everyone was off work. Yeah. On Tuesday, I've got another extension cord, and I got out there and quickly
gave it a little touch up.
Give it a quick touch up, and it looks pretty sweet, man.
How's the back doing with the cubby house?
It's going to make a comeback. I've been watering it every day.
Yeah.
And there's bits and pieces which are looking good. There's still some yellow patches, but she's coming back.
Yeah, the back lawn's still looking good.
Yeah, I'm still happy, man. It's no Rocco's, but it's better than my front lawn.
Okay. So we think we need some photos. We need to do a little bit side by side comparison. You're not ready for the comparison yet?
Give me another couple of weeks. Give me another couple of weeks,
right.
and then we'll get some.
Well, because like I said, this is what the people want. As much as we talk it up, we've got to be able to show visuals as well.
Yeah, of course.
So we're gonna get some photos up.
Yep.
We'll definitely try to get a little display going.
Yeah.
But it's time for one of our world famous
segue.
Now, Stephen.
Oh my! I've missed saying that, by the way. I have missed saying that, and I think the people have missed it.
You're just doing it at home randomly.
Yeah. I heard you
like, shut
I heard you guys last week, and it was a good effort.
Do you throw it into like when you're doing you're playing your game? Like is that like when you guys like having a chat like to each other like down the flanks, go this way, kill that guy. This is a segue. How about LeBron? Like is that happening when you guys got your headsets on, being super cool playing your video game?
You're a creative guy. I love it, man. So it may happen. We'll see. Not yet.
Yeah,
but I might take that on.
You're gonna try to shoehorn it in somewhere.
You should do it in your mic spot. Are you doing a mic spot anytime soon?
Yeah, but
you should totally do that.
Yeah,
do it, man.
One person I'm not going to take live promo advice from is Captain Phone Ringing over here. Okay, I think I might just try and foul on my own ideas.
Okay,
but we're going to go with my segue.
Yep.
Because myself and Satan have a wedding to go to tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Just a little side note: Satan doesn't really enjoy being called Satan. She thought it was just a once-off. And now she's realising that it's now her call sign.
Yeah.
And not too happy with it.
Ooh.
But you know what? That's what happens when you're Satan. You get angry at things that you probably shouldn't. But we got a wedding tomorrow. And we were thinking about it. And I was having a discussion with some mates. We went down to the beach day after Australia Day, which whenever the Hottest 100 on is the real Australia Day. That's a different conversation for a different time. But we were discussing, I was thinking about it. And I was having it because a new song came on with Miley Cyrus, Mark Ronson. And it's called Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. I was just like, it's a pop song, but it's one of those things like, this is a good track, And I was thinking about Mark Ronson's songs. And then it dawned on me, it was like Valerie, Mark Ronson, and Amy Wineglass.
Amy, hang on, who?
Amy Winehouse. I threw a little joke.
Valerie. I thought that was the Glee cast did that, didn't they? Remember Glee?
Yeah, I remember Glee.
Yeah, that was their song, wasn't it?
No.
Did she cover their song?
No. Well, she covered another song. There's this band called the Zootons or something. It's a long story. Anyway, it was done for an album called Versions that Mark Ronson did. The Glee don't do any original tracks, right?
Well, I up until this point, I thought that was their only original track. Wowee. Because they did an outstanding job.
I don't know if you're fucking with me, right? Because I know you don't get much control of the remote at home. And Jonah's pretty much, controlling the narrative there.
Yeah.
But it's not Glee, right?
When I first heard that song...
I've heard the Glee version, and it's good. And those Glee kids, they give it a good old college try.
They do. And the kid in the wheelchair was like jamming. He was fucking up and down that stage.
Yeah? No, Steve. We're going to talk about the GOAT of the LeBron of versions of Valerie. None of this MJ stuff.
Okay.
We're talking about hard LeBron, Amy Winehouse, Valerie. Now, I put it to the group in the car. We're having a discussion. Is it the greatest wedding song of all time? Because... we're talking about, something that will make, wedding songs are hard to do.
Sure.
You've got to make sure you've got a song that's going to make the 5-year-olds dance and the 50-year-olds dance, And that's one of those songs. Now, everyone in the car brought up some Michael Jackson stuff, and I thought, Michael Jackson's a classic, and he's got the classic songs. But then I thought I'd edit it, last 2 decades. So between 1999, 2019, is there a better song? Just a better song than that?
A better song overall? A better wedding song?
Not even just... I just thought, overall, because of its ability to be played at weddings, you play that song at a party...
Which one, the Glee one or the Amy Winehouse one?
Don't fuck with me with the Glee. You say Glee one more time, I'm taking out all your friends. You can't even say Glee around me. Alright, so we're talking about Amy Winehouse. I'm talking... You play that song at a wedding, at a pub... you can play it at a kid's party. You can play that song anywhere, any situation. People are, it's not someone's going, turn that shit off. That's
it's a good song.
So it's not a genre song, it's sort of thing it's the epitome of pop music, popular music. Of the last 20 years, can you find a song better?
Oh look, Well, I mean, look, it's a subjective thing, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
You know, there's probably at least a dozen Bone Thugs tracks I place above it right now.
There's nothing from 99, you know.
You said 99.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So I said last 20 years, Steve.
Okay.
It's not like they're wrestling from 98, nothing's better. You know, like I know if I went to like 92 or whenever Bone Thugs had a decent song, when did Crossroads come out?
Yeah, 95.
There we go. So that's why I made sure it wasn't like the last quarter of the century. It was the last 20 years.
Look, I mean, I tell you, I remember there's some songs in my my youth growing up.
Once again, not early 90s, 80s.
I remember the big song, 02, 03, we went to the States and the
Song?
No, the song, that was alright, but no, the big song which was groundbreaking, which, you know, was number one forever, was the 50 Cent song, In a Club.
Yeah.
And that song is, again, a very good wedding song.
Yeah.
I think everyone gets up and about.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones, like, the problem with...
I think even 50-year-olds think, oh yeah, we hip, we get down to this.
It's still that genre of, like, it was a pretty heavy, well, at the time, it was a pretty, you know, heavy hip-hop song at the time. Yeah. And, you know, all the backstory came out of 50 getting shot and all this sort of stuff. So I think that may turn off some of the oldies. You know? So
you mean the grandparents? The 70s?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, sure.
The 70-year-olds will get into Valerie because when you hear that, the first time I heard it, I thought, is this a cover of a song from like the 50s or something, or 60s?
That's right.
It sounds like that, and she had that strong voice. But I honestly can't think, and if anyone's got any of our listeners have got any suggestions or anything better, but I just honestly think there is nothing better. Because remember we had that discussion, it was been late last year.
Yeah.
How you said there's no music these days that will hold up the test of time.
Yeah.
And so I've been putting a lot of thought into that. You know, I like to overthink
You're a
things.
thinking man.
I'm a thinking man. And that was the one that came to mind because I heard it. It was like, it came on. And then I remember a friend of mine is a singer and she did a show. It was a tribute show to Amy Winehouse.
Right.
And, you know, she's got a lot of good songs. You know, Tears Dry on Their Own, That's the Thing. Like, she's got a lot of good songs anyway. And I took a friend of mine who, you know, he's mostly a hip-hop guy, that sort of stuff. He's a bit, you know, a bit rough around the edges. And when that song came on, even he was fucking dancing.
Yeah.
You know, like that song crosses so many borders and so many boundaries. I was just trying to think, like, in your mind, because I know when you think of something that you love, like Glee, apparently.
I don't know. I don't like Glee.
You love it. Yeah, no, you don't like it. You don't love cricket.
The first time I heard it, the wife put it on to me, and I was like, wow, that's a good version of it.
Yeah.
I heard Amy Winehouse. I'm fucking with you. Of course, Amy Winehouse version is better, but
yeah.
But yeah. When I first heard it, Glee, you know, they fucking brought it.
Yeah.
They bring it. They brought it. Yeah. For sure.
Because the thing is, like, but can you think of anything else? Like strong,
dude.
like, I mean, okay, but even like strong wedding songs. So we'll take away the 20 years.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about it because there's been a big thing. I know you're not big on the Twitter.
Okay.
You know, it's a young people's media. You're still on Facebook showing people your photos of your kids. And your atrocious lawn. But, like, the whole thing on Twitter recently has been, there's a documentary that came out about R. Kelly.
Right.
Documenting sort of like his quote-unquote pedophilia, you know, like marrying Aaliyah when she was like 14.
Yeah, she was
and
young.
all that sort of stuff, and this sort of culture around him that's very murky. And there's another documentary that's coming out about Michael Jackson.
Oh, I don't want to see that one, man.
I know, that's the thing. Like, and so this whole, like, quote-unquote cancel culture, especially on, like, social media, things like Twitter, where people are like, and, you know, I don't want to listen to that anymore. This person, you know, we're cancelling them. No one listen to him. Mute R. Kelly. And by the same token, you know, the same way that we feel now, like we've discussed it many times, where I can't watch Bill Cosby anymore because of once you know the allegations, you kind of like, it takes a bit of gloss off it.
Yeah.
Now, in saying that, all this stuff has been going on about R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, but like some streaming services like Spotify have pulled all R. Kelly's music. They don't play it, but Apple Music still does. Now, I'm not slandering Apple Music. I'm a subscriber. I love their service. But they even reported that since that documentary, even though it's pointing out how much of a fucking scumbag this guy is, his streams have gone through the roof.
Yeah.
Because his music, like a lot of the stuff, like it's been played at weddings. You know, Step in the Name of Love, you know, and all that sort of stuff. Like all these songs, you know, and like people can equate, because it's like they were really a big emotional songs that you had at important parts of your life. Now, do you get rid of them now because of, you know, the allegations? Same with Michael Jackson. Like, to me, Michael Jackson wasn't Michael Jackson once he started changing colour. You know, and like I sort of like, I'll listen to the music, but I wasn't like, if he came in concert, I wouldn't have gone to see it because it's just like, it's not who I grew up loving.
Sure.
It was a different person entirely.
Yeah.
So then that's why, like, some of the glosses come off his songs, hence why I go to bat so hard for Valerie.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on the situation?
Well, I mean, I guess it's like... look, I understand what you say about the Bill Cosby thing. I do understand it. Yep. I understand your version. But to me, I kind of differentiate it a little bit, and I maybe...
What, like music from comedy?
No. I guess the art from the person themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the Cosby Show came on,
I
wouldn't turn it off.
Yep.
I wouldn't. It was still entertainment, and I understand Cosby. It was his show, but same thing with Michael Jackson. Now I don't want to hear about Michael Jackson's allegation. I'm still on his side. I'm hoping it was all allegations and it was all rubbish. So I really don't want to watch that. It's also like the Michael Jordan documentary.
Yeah.
I'll separate his scumbagness from his basketball, because I think there's two things, and it's like all of us, like everyone, it's like anything. It's like when you go to work, there's a work sphere, and then there's probably a personal sphere, and your views may change, and your bits and pieces change. So I do separate it a bit.
No, I keep it 100.
100. I'll tell you one sucks, because he had a couple good songs, Bump and Grind was one of my favourites as like a 16-year-old. I remember it was on the R&B.
Like, it just goes like the scumbags keep together. Like Michael Jackson did a clip with Michael Jordan, and now Jordan used, I believe, I Can Fly in Space Jam. Just see, scumbags just sort of hang around each other.
Michael
just
Jackson,
a real stink coming from that song.
Michael Jackson also did it with Magic.
Yeah.
Remember that? All the HIV was flying around Rogan, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a pretty good clip.
Yeah, it was. Not a lousy song.
Lousy song, but it had Eddie Murphy. It had
Was it Arsenio Hall or something? No, it wasn't.
No, it was Magic. Magic was the, remember the...
It was a big pharaoh looking...
Yeah, well, Eddie Murphy was the pharaoh, and Magic Johnson was the guy... remember presenting all the acts.
That's right, yeah.
And really, that was like the height of scumbaggery. Let's break down that film clip for a second. Michael Jackson is sitting there in front of the pharaoh, telling him about the time he banged his wife. If you break it down, he's singing to, I think it was like Aman or whatever, who was the queen. Like, and so she's sitting there, and Eddie Murphy's sitting there as the king, like, just having to sit there stupid while this guy's like dancing around and singing about, I remember the time. Like, just like, I don't even like you, head gone.
Let's sort that guy out.
Yeah. See, once again, Michael Jackson, scumbag.
Yeah.
Must be the MJ initials. Just no good. They're no good at all.
No, but that's right. But look, I think, look, going back to the wedding songs, or I remember some big presentations, like soccer presentations.
Yeah.
End of the year, big blow off, kind of thing. I remember one song that everyone would jam to. It was one of Michael's older songs. He was now an adult, but not Jackson 5. Was Blame It on the Boogie.
Yeah. Oh, that
song. Blame It on the Boogie, and everyone knows it.
The
Blame It on the Sunshine. All that shit, and that's one of the big ones. So I remember that. That will get everyone off their seat. Other things like I'm not a big fan of the song, but it's definitely one of those moments. Is Jessie's Girl. Jesse's Girl, everyone gets on there because everyone knows kind of like
it's sort of like Mr. Brightside by the Killers as well. That's another sort of sing-along classic.
Then you got like the Farnsies and the Barnsies songs. Everyone gets up for that. Braithwaite, Horses.
Yeah, so they're more localised.
Now, you mean as in like
Australian? Yeah, because I know like from my scumbag experiences of working in Greece, Mr. Brightside, plays. I mean, the UK crowd and stuff like that. But that song, we used to play that towards the end of the night. And that song goes, and that goes hard.
Dude, that song, I heard this maybe a couple of months ago, and so it might not be there, but it's still in the charts. And it's like fucking...
Yeah.
How many years old is it?
Like 10, 15 years old.
Yeah, and it was like in the charts for like 5 years or 6 years, or it still is today. I don't know. But that's how popular that song is.
That maybe...
in the UK, that is. In the UK, yeah.
Well, that may push my Valerie, but I still don't think... I think Valerie still gets the nod over it.
Yeah, look, I haven't given it much... But yeah, look, I mean, it's a quality song. Yeah. And Amy Winehouse delivers superior... She does well. So.
That was your best joke of the year, so
thank you.
You have your moments, Steve. That's the thing, like, because I did the same thing myself. Like, I went back, and because I have a similar situation with... Like, I'm not a huge Michael Jackson fan, as we've discussed, and R. Kelly. I went back and listened to a couple of songs and went, I did love that song.
Yeah.
And you forget, like, when you go back over his CV, he wrote a lot of songs.
Oh, did he really?
He wrote a lot of songs for a lot of people, too. And because
did that tarnish it a little bit, though?
Yeah, a little bit.
Think about the inspiration.
Yeah.
That's what kind of gets me a little bit.
What's Aaliyah's first single? Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. He wrote it. It's really... serious. No. It's really icky.
Is this Facts Don't Matter or is this legit?
No, this is legit. This is not Facts Don't Matter. This is like legit. Like, Yeah, that sort of, you hear that, you kind of go, ooh, like tug at the collar, like it does get a bit awkward.
Fuck.
But I have a similar situation with Chris Brown.
Okay.
Like, Chris Brown has got some of the worst scumbag traits of all time, like beat the shit out of Rihanna in a car, and like even like 2 weeks ago got accused of rape in France, and like that one got thrown out, so I'm not going to just throw stones at him for that one. But there's just a lot of murkiness around him. But fuck, he's got some jams, like, and I really find it hard separating the man from the music. You know how you said you can kind of separate the two? I really struggle with it because I really love a lot of his songs. Like, he's got some really good songs. He's even got like the scumbag anthem, These Hoes Ain't Loyal. You know what I mean? Like it's the most well-renowned, like every other song is about, we're just sleeping with like 50 girls at once, but these girls aren't loyal. Like, it was just like, wow, that is the biggest scumbag anthem of all time, but I like it.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't he going to get in a boxing match one time? Didn't he?
Yeah, it was like celebrity boxing or something. I think it was like
he had a beef with someone. Yeah. And it was legit.
So yeah, that's where I really draw the. It's hard now,
Yeah. See, I remember the Chris Brown Rihanna situation that was obviously blew up.
Yeah.
Big news, obviously. But yeah, I had friends who said the same thing. That I don't like his music now, but I never connect the two, man.
Yeah.
There's a music that I listen to on the iPod, the radio, wherever the fuck it's coming from. And I don't ever think about the artists. Now I'm thinking about the R. Kelly thing, which is flipping me out a little bit.
The R. Kelly one, when I started reading into it a bit more, like a couple of articles, and then I read that bit about Aaliyah, because everyone just loves Aaliyah. She was the golden princess and stuff like that. And then you read into it, you're just like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that bit. Like, oh yeah, he wrote that. Like he falsified documents. So she said she was older than she was, so they could get married. That's like icky as all hell. So yeah, that one really bothered me. So that's like with R. Kelly stuff, I'm quite easy just to kind of go, I can give you the.
So I Believe I Can Fly. You don't not.
Nah, I can give him the Don't Argue. I never really was a big I Believe I Can Fly, but I didn't mind a bit of Remix to Ignition.
Yeah. That was a good song. Yeah,
had some good stuff.
Remember the Chappelle Pee on You thing?
Oh yeah, one of the greatest lines from Chappelle was when he made that clip, and then. He does, his little stand-up after the clips. Yeah. He goes, R. Kelly's people, contacted me and goes, man, how are you going to make a video about peeing on people? He's like, how are you going to make a video about peeing on people?
That's right, yes.
Yeah. So that's one thing, actually, that's just as a side note, almost a mini
segue?
Talking about the greatest of the last 20 years.
Yes.
Has there been a greater comedy show in the last 20 years than the Chappelle Show? Because I put it on Twitter the other day, and I'm happy to fight anybody over the Wayne Brady sketch on the Chappelle Show is the greatest comedy sketch in TV history. I will die on that fucking hill.
Dude, that's quality. That's when they go around and drive the real Wayne Brady,
they do the training day sort of montage.
Yeah. That is quality. I mean, obviously the obvious ones would be the Prince one and the True
Charlie
Hollywood
Murphy,
stories. Well, Eddie Murphy's, Charlie Murphy, sorry. The stories. Look, One skit show that I do watch, and I know Chappelle's not a fan of.
Yeah, the Key and Peele.
Is a Key and Peele.
Yeah.
And they did some really good stuff, like some quality stuff. And I hadn't even considered it until, I think it might have been actually you told me that you said he's not a fan because he pretty much ripped off his shit.
His shit,
Like even the whole format of the show.
Yeah.
Although they had some really good production value on their stuff.
Yeah.
It was cinematic. Yeah. Their shit was like... not one camera shot stuff. It was like legit. It was good. But they had some really good skits. They went one of the best skits, and it was the first skit off the rank on their show. Was I know I'm one of those serial fuck up your jokes. I'm going, the best shit in the woods kind of guy.
I said goody goo goo.
But look, I encourage you to check it out. It's the punchline, and it is like I said, bitch. So basically. I'll try to fucking put it in a nutshell for you. There's two couples.
I like how you went punchline first, then setup. That's an odd strategy.
I'm going to fuck it up regardless. All right, so at least I give myself an excuse now.
Yeah.
But there's two couples. One couple's going around the other one's house, and the guys are obviously under the thumb.
Yeah.
But then they try to tell the boy, how they told their woman.
Yeah.
And I said bitch, but the funny thing is that they're always looking around. You know, they're like, is she around? You know, and then it just progresses and progresses.
Yeah.
It's actually good. So Key and Peele is also a very good sketch.
I'm not denying. There's been a lot of quality. There's good stuff.
Yeah.
But there would be nothing better. Like even we were discussing it with Fat Guts the other day, and he's Fat Guts. Yeah,
I can't get over that, man. The Fat Guts thing, man. That's unbelievable.
He's got a fat guts.
I appreciate that.
It's not just like a clever name. It's just very much like see ball, get ball. He has a fat guts. I call him Fat Guts.
Wow. Do you call him Fat Guts?
Oh shit, yeah.
Do you say Fat Guts?
Yeah.
No shit. And what does he say when you say Fat Guts?
Yeah, he just shrugs it because
man.
he knows he earned it. Because, like I said, the long story is when I was fat in high school, he gave me shit, and then another friend of ours got fat and he gave him shit. And now he's in shape, I'm in shape, and he's a fat one, so he just kind of has to wear it like, I've made my bed. Yeah. It's never said with like a malicious thing, like, oh, you fat guts. It's just like, your guts is fat. You know?
It's observational.
It's observational.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, no, he's one of those people, and he goes, well, you know, because he started going through the ranks of the Chappelle sketches.
Okay.
And we're going through breaking them down. He's like, yeah, reparations is good. I'm like, yeah, reparations
Which
is good.
one's that one? I'm not good with names.
Remember the reparations one sketch where they give all the money back to the black people, like for reparations for slavery, and then they end up spending all the money and like giving it straight back to the white, and like they go on about like the world's richest man is a guy named Tron.
Yeah. I know this one.
He won it playing like dice.
Yeah, I do. I know exactly.
Is this your son? No, I bought this baby straight cash.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
That's good, yeah.
And the racial draft is good. Like he's got a lot of.
I can beat that.
Yeah,
I got 2 more.
Yeah, but then he was going through a list of them, but he goes, when you thought about it, he goes, no, nothing beats that Wayne Brady one. Because we're talking about it, things that make you laugh so hard that you don't breathe. You know, like, because I distinctly remember where I watched it. I was at his house, and all the boys, it was when Chappelle's show used to be on SBS on a Saturday night.
Sure.
And we're all sitting around, and maybe there was a bit of greenery in the air. But that clip came on. And when he does to ruin the sketch, but Wayne Brady's talking to the cop, and she's like, my wife's not going to believe that I met you. He's like, she's not going to know about it, bitch, and breaks his neck. Fucking, like, no sound came out of my mouth. Like, I was just, like, wheezing, like, like, my abs were hurting for, like, a day afterwards. Like, I just remember laughing so hard, like, tears streaming down. And I hadn't laughed that hard since, like, the first time I saw, like, Eddie Murphy Delirious. Yeah. You know, and, like, it was that sort of laughter. And I was just trying to think, like, there's nothing, I don't remember any sketch. I'm going to, tickle out of this one. Oh, this one's really funny. He said it to a mate, but nothing's made me laugh like that.
Yeah, okay. I remember that sketch. I actually thought the line he said earlier was funny. He's like, my mother-in-law, my mother-in-law loves you.
Yeah.
That was really funny. But I did really like the first skit he ever did. Well, it wrapped up his first episode. It was with the blind white supremacist,
yeah.
And the Tupac song was really good.
The Tupac song was very... So they're in the hall of very good.
Yeah. Like, you know, there's the realest shit I ever wrote, you know.
Back in 94.
So that was... Actually, that's a really, really funny thing, actually.
Yeah, so we'll throw that out there. So that's our thing for the viewers, for the listeners this week. Yep. You've got to pick a better song than Valerie in the last 20 years.
Yep.
Don't try to back it up with facts. Facts don't matter on the show.
No, we don't want to
unless the fact is that R. Kelly wrote really creepy porno songs. But the facts don't matter. So you send us out your opinion, and we will argue with you because that's what we do. And is there a better sketch in the history of
Chappelle Show
than the Wayne Brady sketch on Chappelle's Show?
Okay.
Like, I mean, I'm a big Late Show guy, the old Australian Late Show, and that's got some fucking barn burners on there.
Yep.
But I don't think anything will beat that one individual sketch. And the only close second is also from Chappelle's Show, which is the Charlie Murphy. The True Hollywood Stories.
Which one do you like better? The Prince one?
Oh, the Rick James one. The Rick James one's better than the Prince one, yeah.
Yeah.
The Prince one's good, but it comes off the heels of the Rick James one, which is, once again, fucking great.
I gotta watch that shit again tonight, man. That's
just because the Rick James one has the line that I probably steal the most. The habitual line stepper. You stepped across that line habitually. He was a habitual line stepper. It's the first time I'd ever heard that, and I'm just like, that is the greatest way to describe someone that just does the wrong thing. It was great. But we're going to throw in another big
segue.
Now, this is for myself and our man Nick.
Okay.
We're going to pour one out. Just pouring one out for the...
on the curb.
Yeah. For the New York Knicks.
Oh, yes.
Steve.
Yes.
They traded the unicorn. They traded the Porzingis. They traded Kristaps. My man. I own 5 Kristaps Knicks jerseys.
Oh, no.
He's been my man, my number 1 player for the last 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I got on him early because everyone teased the big 7'3" white guy from Latvia with the weird name. They got behind him when he had the cornrows. The city of New York loved him. He was a saint. He was a savior. We were happy for him not to play this year.
Yeah.
He was going to sit the year out.
Yeah,
they were going to bring in,
didn't he?
Yeah, they're going to bring in Zion.
Zion.
They're going to partner those two up, and they were going to wreck the league. But now,
no,
he's gone.
I know, he's gone to like the 5th best city in Texas or something like that now. You know, how bad is that?
Yeah, this is what kills me the most. I mean, the positive side. He's now playing with the new prodigy Luka Doncic, which I love.
Yeah.
You know, like KP and Luka, you know, getting the mentoring from Dirk. This is like the All-Euro All-Stars. It's a great thing. I'm happy with what they're doing over in Dallas. My issue is, big jersey head, love my jerseys, fucking hate the Mavericks jersey. It's terrible. All the inclinations of the new, especially the new ones, terrible. And they don't bring a lot of throwback ones out for the Mavericks. But I'm going to need a Porzingis and a Doncic jersey, but these ones stink. So it's just killing me twofold.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you go. You take over because I'm emotional.
I know, you're a bit choked up over there. And like, I was just, once I
confiscate my belt and my shoelaces.
It's hilarious. Once I saw it, I was like, straight away, thought of you.
Yep. No. I was at work this morning.
Yeah.
I started at 6, had someone at 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8. So I was back to back. Just one of the boys came out and he goes, "Mate, your fucking phone is going off. Like, are you okay?" I checked my phone in between. I had 9 messages, all from different people tagging me in the post or sent it to me. "Hey, Speed, you see about Kristaps?" Because everyone knows that's my man.
Yeah.
And he's been taken from my second team. Just stolen. Like a thief in the night. Taken away. Sent to Dallas.
I know.
Oh.
Wow, Well, I don't know. Well, obviously, Knicks even they're doubling up their efforts.
Oh, they're really not trying for Zion.
They really are, man. So obviously, you know that envelope in draft night is going to be so cold.
Oh, they're going to keep that thing in the freezer for a week.
Yeah. So obviously Zion is going to New York next year, or this year, whenever he elects to go to the draft. But yeah, I feel for you, man. But you know what? It was Porzingis a flash in the pan? That's what I'm gonna put you now. Was he a flash? But was he like a Jeremy?
You're not putting him in the Jeremy Lin category.
Okay, I'll take that back. Especially legitimately angry when I said that was a joke, and I take it back. I'm sorry, I apologise. But you know, like I mean, you know, when he did finally get Knicks to himself and Melo traded, you know, all of a sudden he started putting up worse shots than Melo ever did.
It made you appreciate Melo a bit more.
Yeah.
But the thing, the hope was, you know, like, they're going to have Zion, they're going to have KP, they'll have cap space for 1 max contract next year. Yeah. That's going to be either Kyrie or KD. Now, the thing I keep reading, and probably, you know, by the time this comes out, you know, more probably develops.
Yes, that's
you know,
right,
like hopefully like an Anthony Davis trade to the Lakers. That'd be nice.
Yes.
But they're saying the Knicks have got to know something. You know, they wouldn't open up $75 million in cap space if they weren't going to get like 2 max players. And the guys that are coming out of contract this year, KD, Kyrie.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, well, he's still out there.
he's waiting.
He's still just sitting on his max contract from last year.
He went and watched Dwayne Wade play.
He did. He got a standing ovation from the Garden. They love him. No, they love the Knicks. Love hard.
They do.
Like someone like John Starks would get a standing ovation. You know, and like you don't have to be that good. If you had a magic run in New York, you had a magic run in New York. You know, and like that's the thing about the Knicks. You know, and they're like so. That's one reason why I love the Knicks and the Lakers because they're just. If you make a name there, you'll made a name, you know? Yeah. And that's the thing with KP leaving. It just hurts because I went to ride for him so hard and I just felt like he was the Knicks. But they have to know something. They're getting like a Jimmy Butler and a Kyrie, or they're getting 2 of these max guys because I just can't see you giving up someone that special for nothing. They essentially just cleared up some cap room.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the hardest thing.
And what did you think about the All-Stars? See, They released just the other day, or a few days ago now, wasn't it? Yeah, or they released reserves really recently. I just saw the 5 guys who got in the teams.
I was happy with it.
So tell me what happens now. Does the 2 captains pick their teams
from
based
the
on
squads?
those?
Yeah, from all the players picked and the reserves. the two captains will then pick the, which is funny because it's the same night as the trade deadline.
Yes.
And it's being televised.
Okay.
So it's funny because it's the super awkwardness of they had to announce, Anthony Davis, All-Star. So they announced him as the Pelicans All-Star. Meanwhile, the Pelicans just took him out of their promo video because they don't want the fans backlash because he's basically said, I don't want to play for you anymore.
Getting the fuck out of town,
So it's super duper awkward. It might be one of those things where LeBron goes, well, I draft Anthony Davis and he's also my teammate. It might be one of those live exclusives, on the show, but that's, it's torn me apart. I was happy with the All-Star selections. It's going to be super funny because Dennis Smith Jr. did nominate to go in the dunk contest, and now he's going to be doing it in a Knicks jersey.
Oh, okay.
So he was part of the trade. He went from Mavericks over, so that's going to be interesting. Probably one of the first times you'll see him is in the dunk contest in a Knicks jersey.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting. So it's exciting times.
I'm back on the All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
I told you
you were off it?
I did not get involved at all last year, and I happened to be the best. Also,
this is like, sorry, just to cut you off
Sure, go for it.
Just for anyone listening that may be interested in basketball, basically that is the kiss of death. Don't watch the All-Star because Steve's back on it, so the game's going to be terrible, dunk comp's going to be terrible, and I don't think anyone's going to hit 1-3 in the three-point contest.
Yeah.
The skills contest might be fun, but now that Steve's back on, it's going to be shit.
Speaking of skill tests, and totally off the topic, I saw something on ESPN the other day I got totally excited about because I've never seen it before, is the NFL Skills Challenge or something.
Oh, they do it at the Pro Bowl, yeah.
And that looks amazing. I've never seen that before.
That's because their All-Star game is CAC.
Is it?
It's beyond CAC. You remember, it's a very aggressive, violent sport. These guys have finished their season. It's essentially their off-season. It's just to break up the week before the Super Bowl. They don't want to hurt each other.
Yeah.
They don't really want to play that hard. No. And this year it was raining, so the score was like 26-7, which is like ridiculously low for an All-Star game. And usually it's like 45-35. It's like really high scoring for an NFL game. But this year it was just and that side they've brought in all that sort of stuff, the skills challenges and that, because that's fun to watch.
That looks
see
very
how
cool.
good these athletes are and what they can do and what makes them special. But as far as watching them play a proper aggressive game of contact sport, it's not great for that.
Yeah. And one more thing I wanted to bring up is Lakers are trending for about 42-win season at the moment. How are you feeling about that, Steve?
I think we'll discuss this in the coming weeks. We won't delve into it too deep today because I tell you what, I'm fucking nervous. We need the King to come back. The King come back today.
Yeah.
And we need to start.
They were up by 8 or 9 last time I saw.
We need them to start winning big. This Anthony Davis move can't come soon enough. But that's going to be us for this week. So for Steve Barrow saying goodbye.
See you later.
For Speak Carolina, we'll speak to you next week. Check out the Facebook. Peace.
Peace.
To support the boys, subscribe to the podcast and leave a 5-star review. And if you want to be involved, head over to facebook.com/DBB podcast, where you and the other 2 to 3 listeners can leave feedback and constructive criticism.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.